Glossary for Beasts, Men, and Gods. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain and is read by Mark Smith of Simpsonville, South Carolina. This glossary is provided so that you may understand some of the strange-sounding words that will be introduced during the narration of this book. These are taken from Russian and Mongolian, Chinese, and Tibetan words or places. I've extracted those from the written glossary which are most appropriate for your understanding. This part is optional and may be skipped if you wish. Agronome, Russian for a trained agriculturalist. Amor Sein means goodbye. Ataman, the headman or chief of the Cossacks. Bandi, a pupil or student of the theological school in the Buddhist faith. Buryat, the most civilized Mongol tribe living in the valley of the Selenga in Transbaikalia. Chahars, a warlike Mongolian tribe living along the Great Wall of China in Inner Mongolia. Cheka, the Bolshevik Counter-Revolutionary Committee, the most relentless establishment of the Bolsheviki, organized for the persecution of the enemies of the communistic government in Russia. Chiang Chun, Chinese for general, chief of all Chinese troops in Mongolia. Dalai Lama, the first and highest pontiff of the Lamaite or Yellow Faith, living at Lhasa in Tibet. Djungar, a West Mongolian tribe. Dugun, Chinese commercial and military post. Fang Su, Chinese for house. Fatil, a very rare and precious root much prized in Chinese and Tibetan medicines. Felcher, assistant of a doctor or surgeon. Gelong, Lamaite priest having the right to offer sacrifices to God. Getul, the third rank in the Lamaite monks. Goro, the high priest of the king of the world. Hatyk, an oblong piece of blue or yellow silk cloth presented to honored guests, chiefs, lamas, and gods, also a kind of coin worth from 25 to 50 cents. Hong, a Chinese mercantile establishment. Hun, the lowest rank of princes. Hunghutsi, Chinese brigand. Hushun, a fenced enclosure containing the houses, paddocks, stores, stables, etc. of Russian Cossacks in Mongolia. Hutuktu, the highest rank of Lamaite monks, the form of any incarnated god, holy. Kalmuk, a Mongolian tribe which migrated from Mongolia under Genghis Khan, where they were known as the Olets or Iluths, and now live in the Urals and on the shores of the Volga in Russia. Kampo, the abbot of a Lamaite monastery, a monk, also the first rank of white clergy, not monks. Kampo Gelong, the highest rank of Gelongs, an honorary title. Karma, the Buddhist materialization of the idea of fate, a parallel with the Greek and Roman nemesis. Khan, a king. Kyrgyz, the great Mongol nation living between the river Irtysh in western Siberia, Lake Balkhash, and the Volga in Russia. Lama, the common name for a Lamaite priest. Maramba, a doctor of theology. Om Mani Padme Hung. Om has two meanings. It is the name of the first Goro and also means hail. In this connection, hail, great Lama in the lotus flower. Nagan Hushun, a Chinese vegetable garden or enclosure in Mongolia. Noyon, a prince or Khan, In polite address, it means chief or excellency. Obo, the sacred and propitiatory signs in all the dangerous places in Urianhai and Mongolia. Orochons, a Mongolian tribe living near the shores of the Amur River in Siberia. Urtan, a post station where the travelers change horses and ulachens. Pandita, the high rank of Buddhist monks. Pogrom, a wholesale slaughter of unarmed people, a massacre. Paspa, the founder of the Yellow Sect, predominating now in the Lamaite faith. Sait, a Mongolian governor. Taiga, a Siberian word for forest. Ta Lama, literally the great priest, but it means now a doctor of medicine. Tashur, a strong bamboo stick. Tsagan, white. Tsara, a document giving the right to receive horses and ulachens at the post stations. Tsuren, a doctor poisoner. Ulan, red. Urga, the name of the capital of Mongolia, also a kind of Mongolian lasso. Yurta, the common Mongolian tent or house made of felt. Zahashin, a West Mongolian wandering tribe. Zaberega, the ice mountains formed along the shores of a river in spring. Zikkurat, a high tower of Babylonish style. It's not necessary to go over this glossary and try to memorize it, for most of these words are again introduced in the text. But being introduced to them here now will give you increased familiarity when you do run across them in the text.